This is just a real short live. Hi Lana, hi Zigzag. I'm waiting until a bunch of people get in here before I say whatever I'm going to say it had to do with emojis in my title. I mean, I've already told it everywhere else on social media. Hence the purpose of the lipstick too. My lipstick's not perfect. I gotta get false teeth. I mean, get my teeth fixed and get better to fill my mouth in more. I'm going to my channel so I can find my video. I'm doing good. How's everybody doing? By the way, hang on, let me actually share this out to people. Well, dang, I about almost reported my own damn live stream. The crap. Jeez, I almost reported myself. Hi, Miss Deborah. I gotta get used to that new name that you got. I ain't gonna disturb my friend Nick. He's probably at home resting, or he might be with his girlfriend. Hi, HVAC. Yeah, I've got people from all kinds of communities that are gonna they'll probably come in here. Hi, I'm Diamond Art Queen. I mean, hi, Cassie. I just call you Cassie, is what I call you anyhow. Deborah, yeah, they changed something where you could change your name twice. Yeah, I figured that too. You were, but sometimes by the end of the day, I call people by their channel name because I don't like to. A lot of times, they don't like to give out their actual old channel name. I'm still waiting for Jay Young to come in my chat so I can give him his rents back, but he's still got to unblock my account. Hi, Kenna. Now, if y'all ever want to, I Sybil, if I said the name right, if you ever want to learn anything of hi Sarah, if you want to learn anything of how to fix anything in the house, or anything, always connect with the people that come in here that are from the tool community. Because they can teach you how to fix anything and even fix vehicles and stuff to where by the end of the day, you don't have to wait for your partner to come home and do it for you. They'll always give you advice, and they will teach you how to find deals on stuff to where you can get it for a cheaper price at the big hardware stores and stuff. They know how to find deals. They even know about mechanic tool truck companies, how to get deals off of there too when that stuff's expensive. By the end of the day, that's where I first started on YouTube, was the tool community. Then I went to the Funko Pop community. Then I went to the scratch community. Then I got into the lottery community. Then I got into the woodworking community, the vacuum community, and then the trans community. And it just kept evolving. I just kept getting into all kinds of communities. Zigzag, I need you to do something if you don't care. Try to tag a bunch of scratching community, OG scratching communities, you know, to come to J-Dub's live stream at 9 p.m. her time. I can't say why, but they need to be there. If you know any scratching communities that were OGs, because there's a big announcement. I just can't say what it is. I know what it is, but I can't say it. I know you've been around a long time. I know a lot of people on this platform. And anybody else that's an OG or in the scratching community, please do that. Tag them out and tag them to a J-Dub's channel so they'll know to be in her live stream. Because she's wanting people to do that. I don't really tag people on my channel, you know. I've only done that maybe a couple of times, but I'm not major doing that. That's okay if you don't. I know Cassie knows a lot of them too. And Sarah, thanks for coming to my live stream. I meant to tell you that too. In my live stream, you can be a little bit you can be in between PG-13 and R with your language. I do allow that. Nope. Space Coast. Space Coast, you used to actually have a wrench in here at one time, I think. I don't remember if I ever gave you a wrench before. Hi, Dominic. I don't remember if I ever did, if I ever had Space Coast and mod at one time. Hi, Chrissy. Everything's good. I just got a big announcement that I came out about all over social media, other parts of social media. I said I picked the time to come out on it on here, and I said it was time. Well, Space Coast, as long as Miss Scratcher's got a wrench in here, you'll probably be safe. And you gotta know if Julia's in here or hi Lois, you gotta know that if Julia or Vanessa or Susan or Courtney's in here, that if you accidentally get timed up for 24 hours, they would reverse it. Hang on, I gotta do something here. There you go, Miss Scratcher. Yeah, I actually will admit I took Miss Scratcher's wrench away because I didn't think she was ever gonna come back to YouTube. I thought she was finished and done, you know. I thought she had left for good, and so I was like, if she's never gonna come back, then I'll just take her wrench away. What I did by the end of the day. Now Space Coast's gotta behave or Miss Scratcher will spank him with a wrench. Oh, you actually never had a wrench in here? I thought I gave you one a long time ago when you turned and made me blue on your channel. Well, now you got one. Well, you're standard mod anyhow. I'm deciding who I'm gonna make a next mod. I'm making next manager moderator. I made Susan one because I promised her that. I definitely made Julia one because she will almost talk to me just about every day on the phone. When she can tell something's going on with me and she knows I need somebody to talk to. Especially when, hi Nick. Nick, I was gonna tag you, but I was either thinking you got a girlfriend or you're busy working. But Nick, by the end of the day, thank you for supporting me for what I am, and staying my friend. That's a true friend to you. Yeah, Nick. Just one thing: when I'm in your live stream, you can always call me that one name. But when you're in my live stream, just call me by my YouTube channel name. Because some people, because people in the Scratch community don't know my actual name, you know. But I will, Nick, I will message you on Instagram and tell you my transgender name, the first part of it, so that way if you ever want to call me that in your live stream, you can. Because some people know that. Now, I will tell y'all this. Nick I think he was in high school. He took a lawnmower, stripped it down, turned it into a mud mower, made it thing go 50 miles an hour down the dang road. He's actually, he was good at that. He was talented. There might be some times he threw shit around in his shop and cussed and carried on. And our Pink G friend, had to got on to him a bunch of times. Which, yeah, I made her, my first manager moderator because she's the one that told me to be strong on this platform. Nick, you gotta know by the end of the day, I do miss the Pink Silver G being on YouTube. I miss talking to her every day. I miss talking to her and I miss running around with her in the live stream and stuff. I'll actually admit she's my number one best friend on this platform. I mean, there's times she got on to me and blocked me for things, but at the end of the day, I still will always miss her. And every time it comes Christmas, I will wish her a happy Merry Christmas or a Happy New Year's or a Happy 4th of July or Thanksgiving, and I'll always wish her a happy birthday on her birthday, even though she don't never respond. But Nick, if you ever hear from her, just tell her that I miss her. And when she gave me that rainbow unicorn Funko Pop, she actually knew what I was. When I came to find out what that represents, I was like, yeah, she knew a long time ago. Nick, I'm going to do something to you. Hang on, you might lose it for a minute, but I'm going to do something. There you go, Nick. Upgraded your rank to a manager moderator now. So if you see anybody, so Nick, if you see anybody come in here from a tool community and you know that they need to be timed out for a certain amount of time or blocked, you got permission to do that since you're from the tool community and you know how them people can act sometimes. Oh, Miss Scratcher, you got permission to time Ted out all you want. Wait, you can't do that. He's a mod as well. Shit, that ain't gonna work. I wonder if Miss Scratcher would like to have fun Tommy Ted out. Not really. Um, yeah. Well, you know, you gotta know if you need Ted timed out. I mean, you see Vanessa in here, just tell her she'll do it. She watched um Finding Disneyland all the time in here. Or you can just tell Julia and she'll do it. Susan might even do it too. Oh, by the way, I'll just go ahead and say it. I can't, what I did is I get hatred and everything every day for it. I found out that there's new rules on YouTube that people for like what I am, if they get bullied and mistreated like crap, that if I were to, if anybody reported it, that YouTube ain't gonna do nothing about it. They're just gonna let it go and let it slide. So yeah, I came out back last year that, I mean, it took me 40 years to come out for it, but I came out that I'm a trans woman. And I told my mom, told my brother, told my sister, they all support it. I mean, I told my cousin who used to fix my hair, she was against it. Well, I don't go, she says she still loves me by the day, but I'm like, how can you love somebody if you're against what they're doing? And you're telling them that they need to see a psychiatrist when they know what they're doing is right. Because they got dysphoria depression and they got diagnosed with it. And then another thing is, it was real hard coming out to my father about it, about somebody that I've heard my whole entire childhood be discriminating and racist about things. But in the day, I think I told him, you know, good thing that you do it. You finally accepted it. He said he knew it the whole life because ever since I was a toddler, I played with pocketbooks. I just wanted to do female things all my life. It's just how I was. And I kept it hidden for 4 years from my dad, but I didn't know he actually knew. And then he wound up coming out and when we were talking on my front porch that day, he brought me money for some aluminum he sold for me. I told him, yeah, by the end of the day, you do gotta eventually, because I told him if you didn't accept it, I would never come around ever again. But then by the end of the day, he turned around and he said, oh, he just said, by the end of the day, you're still gonna always be my son, no matter what you are. He just says, I hope you, when you're doing any kind of surgery, you just make the right decision. Hi, boomers. That's all he told me. Just make sure you make the right decisions and don't make the wrong mistake and regret it at the end. And then and then I turned around and told him, thank you for accepting me for what I am. And then I finally gave him those 3 words you always want to hear. I finally turned around and told him I love you. And I told him, it's good that you do that because you never know if by the end of the day, if you would ever be how long you'll be on this earth. Since you have to have a pacemaker put in on your heart, since that one artery can't be operated on, and they said operation is not even, he can't have operation for him. So he has to have that to pump his heart the rest of his life. And he's come to realize he can't really do work like he used to. But the stages I've already seen in my transition, my skin's a lot softer, my sense of smell and taste is different. My voice, I could tell, has changed a little bit. My face has changed a little bit. Yeah, things between the legs will shrink. Not much, but some of it will. Eventually I will have something done in the region. I don't know which one. This side is growing more than the left side. And my top half is shrinking. I'm getting more fat distribution in my hips and thighs and butt. Eventually it will take the loose skin from when I lost all my weight. to finally lift up. But eventually I will go get restructured into looking more feminine, because I've been doing squat exercises for years to work those areas out, and yet nothing works. And I've also got Klinefelter syndrome, high interstate. Now, what I'm going to do from now on, if anybody ever wants to learn something about my transition, I will go live and talk about it on my channel. That's the only time I will talk about it. Because I'm going to, in 5 or 6 years, I will be making make a video where I'm talking about the different stages of my transition of my body changing, to educate people on that. And yeah, I am going to be sometime soon getting full body hair removal. Getting it done in the sensitive areas will hurt. But then today I'm going to endure that pain. And then after I get that done, then I'll go to the next stage of doing the breast augmentation surgery. And then after that, I'll do the next one of getting my teeth worked on. And maybe they have to put a full set of teeth in if my teeth are real bad. And then I'll do what's between the legs. I'll have to decide if I get the scrotum removed or if I go through the full thing. But also my doctor will help me out with that. And I have to every day take T blockers, and then I have to Mondays put on 2 patches on the left side, and on Fridays it's only 1 patch that I put on. But I put a little cover on it. It's a thin little layer thing that protects it from sweating and when you're in a pool, from keeping it from coming off. That's what I do. And it works, But the biggest thing I'm gonna really enjoy is that the day I get to tell my niece what I am. And then she finally gets to meet the person that I've been mentioning a name to. She'll finally get to meet that woman, find out who that woman is. And when I get to tell her, I will actually probably cry, because I'll have joy to tears when she finally puts her arms around me, gives me a hug, and accepts me for who I am. And then we can go do all kinds of girly things that girls would do together, like shopping and get our hair and nails done and stuff, and do our makeup together and everything. And then I'll come around more and hang and see my niece more, which will be another thing. But I'm gonna wait till she's in junior high before I tell her. Now my friend Alex, he used to be a woman that transitioned to become a man. And you look at him, you cannot tell that he used to be a woman. And his partner used to be a man, transitioned to become a woman, but she don't wear makeup out in the world. And you cannot tell that she used to be a man. It's real hard to tell. Eventually, I will go into the 3rd stage of my patches, where I'll have to take 3 at the first start of the week, and then by Friday I just put 2 on. And then eventually there's the 4th stage I do, and after I do that stage, it'll be the final stage I do. And my therapist told me, yeah, I've got the courage to come out. But I'll tell you one thing. By the end of the day, I literally told my own mother, you got to stop worrying. Just promise me you'll stop worrying about me in this world. And stop worrying when you and my father are not on this earth anymore. I'm going to be perfectly fine. Because I said every day I get out in the world, I don't give 2 effing cents what people say about me. I don't care if people stare at me, point at me, or anything for what I am. I do not care. I do not let it get to me. I do not let it bother me. At the end of the day, it's their opinions. It's the same thing with social media. People are going off on me for what I am, but at the end of the day, I do not care. I just ignore it. There's always going to be haters out there. I even told my friend Ian that, about it. when I ran to him in Marshall, then he said he accepted it. And he said he'd always be my friend. I turned around and I told him, I said, can you tell your older brother and your middle brother? He said, I will not tell him. I said, why? He turned around and said, that's your job to tell him. I said, no, I don't care you telling him. He said, I still won't do it. I want you to do it. So I understood that. Now, my brother, when we went to Renaissance Fair, he put a smile on my face because he kept calling me my transgender name. But he still had troubles with pronouncing me as a female. And yeah, trans people will get on to you for that. If you accidentally identify them as a man or woman, they will get on to you for that because they like to be identified what they're coming out to be. Which is another thing. And I've actually been told I gave some people courage on this platform to come out for what they're transitioning to be. That's another thing. Now, Miss Scratcher, you can get a little naughty in here. Just don't go as naughty that gets in Ted's life, because Ted put that extra restriction mark on. I can't because they'll flag me like crap. I'm going to show you something I cherish forever. That pink bunny onesie from Christmas store, that was a surprise that my friend that lives 45 minutes outside of Memphis, Tennessee in the country sent me, and I didn't know it was coming. She just asked me one time about my size and sent me that. And I said, I'm gonna have to die and be buried with that thing. But she gave me something I will cherish forever. She gave me my rainbow unicorn. I mean, this thing is valued at, the last time I looked at it, it was valued at $40 to $50 something. But I don't care the value. More sentimental value for me out of the box. So then day I will not get rid of it. I do think once I get new front teeth and everything, and I'm probably just going to wind up with a full set of false teeth by the end of the day. I think once I do that, I think once I do get that, it will make my top lip lift up better where I can put the lipstick on better. But this is from Inside Out. Angel, I can't, if you go back, if you watch replay live, you'll see what I came out about. Hi, Drifter. Oh, Drifter is a guy from the, Philippines. If you actually, go to, Angel, if you're wanting to get your watch time up, go to Drifter's channel and watch his channel. He can, help you get your watch time up. And Angel Boss Jovis said he ran your playlist for you. He keeps calling you a woman, which I think is kind of funny though. Now, by the end of the day, I know if anybody from any community I follow watches this video about what I just came out about. End of the day, I don't care if I lose subscribers over it, because I'll gain them back by the end of the day. And I will also know who my true friends are on the platform. That's another thing. Because there is some OG channels I used to know, and they don't want nothing to do with me anymore. Hi, Nana. And I've turned around and told them if that's how you want to be, then that's how you are. I don't know if Space Code. I can't mention the person's name. Because there's something. J Dub's going live at 9 p.m. about something. So I'll get Ted to send the link to Space Coast, and Space Coast can send it to Miss Scratcher. She won't know the person because the person is an OG channel. That's all I can say. Hi, Karina. I don't know for sure if Karina would know the person either. I don't know if she was around at that time either. Boomer, you got to go to J Dub's channel. If I see your email if I see your email, Boomer, do you have an email on your about section? If you do, I'll email the channel to you so you can be there at 9 p.m. her time, because she's somewhere in Georgia. Good. You might want to be there because I think you'll know who she's fixing to talk about. I think you'll know. Oh, you don't? Yeah, but I think you might know that OG channel. So I have to have somebody figure out a way to get a hold of you and get that to you, or I'll get or I'll see if Joe or Ted can tag you to where you'll get a mention of what channel to go to. I've known the guy for almost 13 years on this platform. He's the one, he or she, the person's channel is the one that got the OG person is the one that actually got me to 1K, got me that milestone. All right, you heard about that, don't you, Angel? I think you know about J Dub. Yeah, you gotta just share them out and tag them into J Dub's channel so they'll know about she's going live about some big announcement. It's kind of sad though. I kind of get wondering why the person wasn't around on YouTube for such a long time. Hi, Katie's Kitchen. Space Coast over there getting him some cookies with with extra special cream over. No, not cream. Yeah, no, he's actually over there. He's actually over there unloading some rocket cream on some special cookies over there. And today, by the end of the day, I'm still gonna take Hi, J Dub. Boomer, there you go. J Dub, you do remember John Neighbors, don't you? John Neighbors, that right there, J Dub's vlog. Go to her channel tonight at her time of 9 p.m. Because you definitely want to be there. That's the channel I don't tag people in video or anything because I've got different communities and I don't want certain communities I don't like to mix communities in with Scratcher community. Yeah, I'll come in there after I take a shower and shave everything off and change my hormone patches out. But yeah, I love the feel of looking in the mirror every day and seeing the changes in my body and seeing and I get to experience what it's like when women went through puberty. I mean, it just puts a smile and thrill on my face. But if you literally look at my here, I'll show you something. If you literally look at my waist, you can tell I'm getting more of an hourglass shape like women have. because it's doing that, making this wider. I can feel this getting more fat into it and getting more thicker with the fat. And I can tell the butt doing that a little bit, but I still have to have the doctor do a procedure to help finish lifting it. So yeah, things are changing on my body. Everywhere on my body, my face is getting more thinner. It's going to take a while for the T-blockers really thin this out, but by the end of the day, that'll all be removed. The only thing that'll come back is peach fuzz. Angel, I've got Cassie's coin that Hardin sent me. I've got it in person. I've got it actually in person. I looked at that thing. That unicorn is actually got gaming headphones on. And got a gaming controller in its hand, and I did not know that its hair was the color of the trans flag. No wonder I loved that coin. And then I've got Scratchy Mama's boomer coin. Yeah, I'm getting full body laser hair removal done. But I'm doing down payments on it when I pay it off. The only thing I ask people to do, if they can do it by the end of the day, they don't have to. It's their preference of what they want to call me by the end of the day. But I do appreciate if anybody can pronounce me as a woman by the end of the day. Because that will put a smile on my face. Now, when people like Sarah and Chrissy and Julia and Susan and J. Sarge and Hardin and Miss Scratcher and Vanessa, and I can't think of there's a couple other people I can't think the names of. When they get in live streams, then they joke around with me, even though I do say some naughty things sometimes, but by the end of the day, they know I'm just joking about it. They get in there and they actually joke around with me about it, It puts a smile on my face, It makes me my dysphoria depression not get so bad to me when I'm having a bad day. And I'll thank them for that. And Miss Scratcher, that's the reason why I gave you your wrench. Because you put a smile on my face. You don't get butthurt at me when I say things. Like some things I have said in Ted's, and I thought, oh crap, she's going to kill me. And I turned into a puddle of pudding, And yeah, if I ever do accidentally do something out of line that I don't mean to say to a woman, and it makes her mad and go off on me, I will actually just sit there and take a punishment. I will let her just call me every kind of cuss word she can. At the end of the day, I do not care. No, my name's not going to be there. Angel, I can tell you that in private. I am working on getting that done at court. After I get that done on court, everything I've got, my disability I'm on and everything will not change. The only thing is, in the not to get into politics or not, but in the state of Tennessee law is you cannot change anything on your birth certificate. You cannot change your name, the sex, or nothing. But you can go to court and get everything else and get the first part of your name changed as long as you keep your last maiden name. And that's what I'm doing, because the name I'm using can be a male or female name. And I got it from a female actor that was born and raised here in Tennessee, in downtown Nashville. I thought it was a perfect idea. Yeah, Boomers, I told somebody was in your live stream and I said, oh, you mean John Neighbors? And they said, who? And I turned around and said, you didn't know that Boomers and John Neighbors were the same person? They said, no, I didn't know it. And I said, well, it's because you weren't around that long. You weren't OG channel at the time. Space Coast, make sure Mr. Scratcher's NJ Dub's live stream. She won't know the person, but at least she'll get to know him by being in in J Dub's lives. And if you're in J Dub's live streams, you can be a little bit like you are in Ted sometimes. You can joke around and be yourself. In the day, she don't care. I like to give people, I like to let people be themselves on here too. Yeah, I don't mention him as that sometimes much either. I do that sometimes just to see what boomers would say. But Miss Scratcher, you might get to see Mama Soda in Sun City come in J-Dub's live. If you do, you definitely got ask you got to definitely ask Mama Soda about the thing with the 3 fingers on the balls, what she calls that, and then you got to ask her about the Tower of Power. That's another thing you got to ask. You know, I'm about the only one in Nora's live stream that did not have rings, but then today, she's there's been people say, "Oh, you need to give Jenna Beanie a wrench," and I turn around and say, "I will not take a handout. I have to earn that wrench. It has to be the host that gives it to me. Well, it just just hand it to me." Because I will not take a handout on a wrench. It's like when I have people wrenches on here. Once I give you a wrench, then I'll turn around and tell you I made you a mod or a major moderator. You just never know when you get one on my channel. Now, I will admit, there is a couple of wrenches I took away from people, and I had to block them, but there was a purpose for that. At the end of the day, I'm not going to tell that purpose on here, because this channel is not a drama channel. No, Onion don't need a wrench. Onion had a wrench at one point. And then Onion disappeared for a long time. Never seen Onion ever again. I went looking for Onion's channel, couldn't find Onion's channel, and I was like, well, they deleted their channel, so I thought, well, I'll just strip their wrench. I did. Yeah, I stripped her wrench. Yeah, and another thing, I am bisexual. I do love trans women that has the drag. I'll just say dragging between their legs, and a term that I won't get not too bad, you know. And then I do love and the term for in the trans community is they call men cis men, and they call women like Miss Scratcher and all the other women in here, they call you cis women. That's how to separate the two. They do and I do like cis women as well. But at the end of the day, if I could really spend the rest of my life with somebody, we'll never be married, we'll just live together. Because being married can affect my disability that I get. We'll just live together. Because that way, and then today, you got to think, if the relationship does not work, so if the relationship does not work and we decide we don't want to be together anymore, she can just move and go her separate ways. You ain't paying that expensive divorce, papers, because divorce is more expensive than a wedding. Yeah, they call you adorable, naughty teacher by the end of the day. No, I mean Miss Scratcher's an angel. And yeah, I admit, I'm a naughty girl sometimes in the live streams. That's a true fact there. And there's some days I can feel the estrogen hormones raging through my body. And when that does, Those are the days that I get like women do when it's that time of the month. That's what I get. By the way, Miss Scratcher, that girl that Ted played that's in the red bikini top, jumping up and down, she was originally an actor in Baywatch is what it was. I was in somebody's live stream, I can't remember whose, earlier today, and they mentioned something about that Playboy is going back to being taking all the nudity out of their magazine, not going to have it in there anymore. And then they mentioned something about they used to have that they had transgenders in there, women in there. And I said, well, they got magazines of that with them already in it. It's just for them. And I turned around and said, oh, somebody just send me all those magazines with the trans women in it. I'll take them. But then when they said that they're not going to have nudity in the magazines anymore, I made a joke and turned around and said, well, that's it. I'm canceling my Playboy subscription. Hey, Miss Scratcher won't let me have none of that rocket cream. So I don't get to taste the magical blue cream. I did have somebody earlier come in on my live stream was in and say something to me. I didn't respond back to them. I just ignored them. And little hole do they know. And I don't care. I don't care if the person, because they're probably lurking on me anyhow. That they deleted their message, and I was like, well, they can delete it because I've already got the screenshot of what they said. So yeah, by the end of the day, you can try to cover your tracks, but I will take a screenshot of it and send it to somebody for proof. But you gotta also know, at the end of the day, if you got haters in live streams, to always know, just ignore them. Even though they will probably never leave you alone, just keep ignoring them. And today, the host will know that you're ignoring them for what they said to you, and eventually force them to remove their comment or time them out, That person can't even get in my live stream because I've got them blocked. Well, Miss Scratcher, I did tell you that if Punisher ever came to my live stream, you time him out all you want. And now you got the wrench for that too. Oh, I read that wrong. I thought Miss Scratcher said I'll shave Nana. I thought she said she's gonna shave Nana. Hi, Vanessa. Vanessa, if you go back and watch my live stream, you will hear me mention your name about one thing, It wasn't nothing bad though, it was a good thing. And then you'll hear me coming out on my channel about what I am. It was another thing I had to get lifted off my back and shoulders. Now, Miss Scratcher, if Space Coast getting too big of a hand for you, and you don't want to tie him out, just tell Vanessa. She'll do your dirty work for you. She'll take care of Outlaw for you, too. Oh my God, Space Coast. Vanessa, I was gonna text you, but I figured you might have been busy, so I didn't text you. But Daniel is gonna actually get me the purple and gold Starbucks 70th anniversary tumbler at Disneyland, and I told him I would pay you back because I don't care to pay you back. He keeps saying he got me, Don't worry, I've got you. But if he does say by the day that I don't owe him money, I'm gonna still try to pay him. Highway up, dude. That's weird. On my phone, it's got my name highlighted, it's in red. But when I'm in other live streams, it lights up gray. That is weird. Yeah, Vanessa, I think you might like Way Up Dude the way he jokes sometimes. I will admit now, if I do look behind me, like pushing my head like this and I look back sometimes, because I see a black shadow moving behind me. I ain't seen that in a long, and over it's been almost 2 months I've not seen that black shadow anywhere. I think once my parents took this old sewing machine that has the belt on it that you always had to replace when it got worn out. I think when they took that out of the house, I think the spirit left with it. Like Zigzag would understand that ghosts can be attached to certain objects and stuff, by then day, and once you remove that object, that spirit disappears. Because they can go down in the basement and see something disappear. Because a lot of times I kept hearing this banging noise, there's like a hammer, and then I'd hear another noise that kind of sounded like a sewing machine going off, But I don't hear that anymore. So yeah, I think it literally has disappeared. So that's something. I do sometimes when I'm sitting in the doctor's office waiting for them to call me into the waiting room. Call me into the patient's room. I will feel something brush against me, and then a black shadow walk by me, but it don't bother me by the end of the day. Vanessa, how you liking it in North Dakota? Because you got to think, in the summertime, it gets really, really hot up there. So you're going to get it right. I think it gets hotter than Miami gets. Because I think I forgot, when I read up about it, it said it can get up to 100 and something degrees. And then in the wintertime, it gets really cold. Well, that's good that it's nice up there. Now, Vanessa, I think something you should do, you should get you your own sprayer and get your own good kind of pest control stuff and mix it together. You got to dilute it with some water, a certain amount. Mix it together and go around and spray your baseboards and everything. If you have a garage or basement, spray that, and then spray the perimeter, spray the outside of your house and around the windows and in between the doors and everything. So if any creepy crawlers ever get in, the poison will automatically kill them. And it'll keep you from ever seeing creepy crawlers. Then you won't get freaked out. Yeah, that's an old joke that Space Coast and somebody else said a long time ago. But I remember the guy asked me one time if the couch joke getting too much, and I turned around and said, yeah, they are. And the host literally turned around and cut it out, toned it down on it a little bit. Knew not to carry it too far, And I appreciate that. Way up there, you like bearded turtles? Vanessa, I'm going to be uploading a short of a big giant CO big giant cock that I built out of Legos, which is actually the Hee from Moana Part 1 and 2 Lego model. I had its legs fell off when I was attaching it to its base. I come realize I had its little toes in the wrong location. That's another thing. Oh, Vanessa, I might Inez is coming to Jasper, Tennessee, which is only I think it's only 2 hours and I think it's 2 hours and 49 minutes from me. And she said she'd like to meet up with me, and I told my mom about it, and my mom's fine with that. And I told her all we're gonna do when we meet up, she's gonna come pick me up. We'll go out and eat, and we'll go do some shopping. And if she comes this month, I'm gonna see if she wants to go to the Pride Parade in downtown Nashville, and we'll do that. Because she might agree to that. If she does, then we'll do that, you know. But if y'all see Inez in live stream, congratulate her on her daughter Nellie having a grandbaby. You know, because she's finally gonna be she's gonna have her daughter's finally gonna have a kid. Hi, Precious Scratcher. Precious Scratcher, I'm still sorry that it took forever to get that package to you. Because I noticed there for a while you just appeared off YouTube and I couldn't find you. And I was like, I'm afraid to email her for her address because she might be really busy and I didn't want to disturb you, you know. Plus, I didn't know when I'd make it to town to the post office. Since I still ain't got around to ever buying me a vehicle. I've got a license to drive, but just never bought the vehicle. Yeah, but you know, when I do them ornaments, you know, I take a router table and I round over the edges. But by the end of the day, I get to it done with. I still don't make them perfectly smooth. I still leave some snags and tears and stuff on it because at the end of the day, it adds character to it to make it really look handmade. And sometimes I will leave the burn marks on there from the router as well. And if you get burn marks, it's just because you push the wood too hard through the router, or the router could be getting a little dull. I have chipped a little bit of my fingernail off on one time. I rounded a piece of rounded over the edges on a piece of cedar, and I should have known it was too thin for that router spinning at 5,000 RPMs. That it snapped it in half and had it flying, almost hit me in the face, and I didn't have safety glasses on. So that was another bad thing. And I'm going to try to go live more often too when I can. Yeah, that's something else got to decide. You know, Precious, when I sent Miss Amanda the butterfly Christmas ornament I made her, at the time she must have just thought she was gonna get one. I turned around, went and bought the wood at Hobby Lobby's that had a raw edge on it. It cost me $50 for wood. I didn't care about the price. Because at the end of the day, it was just the sentimental value of sending it to her. And I made her 8 of those butterfly ornaments. And it took me 2 months to get them finished. And I sent them to her. And then Howard helped her paint them. And she's got them set up on a little wood display stand for them. And that's my way of, giving somebody something that can be considered lucky and everything. But once after you paint them, if you paint them with acrylic paint, take a little bit of acrylic spray finish that you put over the top of it that protects the paint from coming off. And you can do gloss or semi-gloss or a satin acrylic, just whatever kind of shine you want on it. And do it in an area, just do a little dab in an area where it's not going to be noticeable so you can know if make sure it ain't going to take the paint off. And then if it's okay, then you can spray the whole side, spray on all the sides. And just need the little thin coat and you're done. Once it dries, it'll make it shine. I'll still be here, Vanessa. I'll be here until I hit the hour and 45-minute mark. Or 2-hour mark. Oh my God, way up there. Mm-mm. Now way up there, he says I look like a porn star. Mm-hmm. Daisy Taylor is a trans porn star. I went and looked her up, Googled up information about her, found out, yeah, she makes music, but she's still in the porn industry. You know, Ted probably did get carried away by them roaches. You know, or another thing, Ted might be making sweet love to them roaches. Precious, I came out that I'm a trans woman. That's what I came out about. I told that earlier in the live stream. Since October of last year, I've been on the HRT patches. And then, it was sometime in, I think it was January or February when when I had her put me on the T-blockers to help slow the, growth of my, hair on my skin down a little bit to where I don't have to shave as often. Which that will take time. Since I got diagnosed with dysphoria depression. I knew I had that. You know, there was a time back when I was when I was 21 years old, I went to see a therapist in Columbia, Tennessee. She denied me becoming a trans. Said it wasn't for me, and this new therapist, I told her about that, and that therapist turned around and said to me, he said, no therapist has the right to deny that to you. Only the transition doctor can deny that. They only deny you that um, by what the medical history is in your family. But they do also decide which kind of what they put you on. Either the HRT hormone estrogen gel, or they'll do the shots, or they do the pills. For me, they did the patches because it has less harmful side effects. But by the end of the day, they do have to, every 3 months, I have to go in and see her. And then I have to have blood work done. They have to monitor things to make sure nothing's going on. Eventually, I will have to go in and get, get a mammogram done on my chest, you know. I'll have to get that done next. And so when my chest gets more in, because I do have, my chest is real sensitive like a woman's. Can't touch the nipples without hurting. Can't breast getting nothing that hurt. If I barely nick a wall, it hurts. I mean, I get the pain women get. And I've got the breast ducts underneath the nipples, and my areolas are getting wider. That's another thing I'm noticing. And whatever's between the legs is getting real soft. But nothing comes out of it by the end of the day. Yep, it's raining outside now. Probably would get rid of them. They're way up, dude. I don't think I've actually seen Joe's apartment in a long time. Yeah, yesterday I tried to go back to watching The Accountant too, and I just couldn't get into it. I said, oh, I've seen it four or five times, and I'm done watching it. I already seen a trailer to the new John Wick movie that they're working on. Yep, and they're making a Wicked 2 trailer, and they're actually taking the Harry Potter Curse of the Child and making a and actually making a movie out of it, bringing the original cast back. And then on HBO, they're actually making a Harry Potter TV show and getting a bunch of people to play, a bunch of kids to play as the original cast. So they're doing something else to make even more money. Well, on Facebook, in a Facebook reel, I saw two squirrels on a power line pole screwing. I mean, literally humping. And then the squirrel stopped for a minute because he was releasing, he was nutting inside the female, and then that was all. And then I seen another reel of a monkey sitting there grabbing his little pecker, sitting there picking little bugs off of it. And I'm sitting there like, what the hell? Yeah, they're talking about we might get some bad storms here for tonight and tomorrow, but I'm not for sure if it's really going to happen. I think my chat froze on my game tablet. Uh-oh. Kid got punishment. Katie, if the kid does anything wrong, just call Miss Scratcher, the teacher. She'll come over there and get with a paddle, Oh wait, I forgot. Miss Scratcher only paddles Miss Scratcher only paddles Space Coast and Outlaw Onion. Yeah, that's how some kids are. They'll be good all day, but when it gets close to time that they need to go to bed, that's when they start giving you lip and sass and just all other kind of crap. Well, if it's thundering, I'm definitely not getting in that shower. I'll still change my hormone patch out to just one. All I do is I just wash my stomach and chest off with a soapy wet rag and then dry it off, and then I'll just shave everything and then put the patch on. Well, Miss Scratcher, you didn't know that Space Ghost and Outlaw Onion was planning an upside down pineapple swingers party at your place, did you? Saying that you gotta leave the keys in the ball and then they're gonna play a game where you gotta pick the keys out of there, and whoever's keys you get, that's who you're going to be hanging out with the rest of the night. Doing you know what in there. Patch if you put two patches on Monday, they last until Friday. And then you put that one patch on Friday, and then it'll last until Monday. It's a 2-week process. But it has a box on the mark for like if you're putting the patch on for like Tuesday, then you go to the, I think Thursday, you know. If you're doing it Wednesday, then you go from Wednesday to Sunday. I think's how it is, I'm not for sure. Mine is Monday, and then I have to wait till Friday to change it out. But Monday is the longest you keep it on, and then Friday is the day you don't keep it on as long. But when you put it on, you have to put it on the right side, then you have to switch it over to the left side, because you can't keep putting it on the same side. But if you're going to get down in a pool, you got to make sure you have one of those things you put up that's like a real thin, it's like almost paper thin, it's actually paper thin, but you stick it all over it and then put it down. But once you put the patch on, you got to press it on. Women, now cis women can still use the patch too, even though they're not transitioning. It's just to help them when they're low on their hormones, you know, to strengthen their hormones back up, you know. But for people like me, I take a different kind that causes changes in the body. Yeah, but if you ever need education on anything about trans things, I can always educate you that on. I've studied that for 40 years. I'm looking for me some high heel boots that go up to my knee. I want some thigh high boots, and I also want some that go up to my knee as well. I can wear my pink plaid on the kilt that I got. It's for women to wear. I got it at the Renaissance Festival. You're welcome. Just never be afraid to ask me anything. It's just in some channels I might not explain it because I know they don't want to hear about it. And I can understand that. I don't know the teddy bear song. I don't really know why I keep looking down at my tablet when I can look at my phone. Hang on, I'm gonna find a song on here. I might sing one song. If I can think the name of the song, I heard it not long ago. I might have to go to my channel and see if I can find it. Yeah, I'm under a severe thunderstorm warning right now. Y'all keep talking amongst yourselves. Hang on, I gotta go somewhere else to find what I'm looking for. Okay, I found the song I'm looking for now. Oh, if I can find where did it go? I hate hearing music. I don't know if it'll have lyrics to it or not. Don't say it's a lyric song. My chat froze for a minute. That ain't giving me what I need. I found the song, I just can't find the lyrics. Okay, I found the song. It does have to do with the Pride Month and LGBTQ club and trans people. It's the wrong one, I think. They go to her actual channel. Well, they ain't gonna give me the lyrics to it. Weird, you don't have lyrics for a song. Something. I got every, hell, nobody likes Taylor Swift, but I'll give you something else. Yeah, now if you're a manager or moderator, you cannot leave a if you're a manager or moderator, you cannot leave comments on short videos. Well, I'll give another music video I can think of. I don't know who sings it though. This body isn't mine because I'm not confused. I'm not trapped in a universe that doesn't understand me. My book cover is pink while the pages inside are blue. But the color inside, does it even matter? Cause they only ever look at, oh, it went too fast. This body, oh, I can't sing, screw this one, I can't sing it. That one went too fast. I got a different one I think might work. That one went too fast. This is me. And then it says pride, you know. That ain't the lyrics though. I am not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want you to broken apart. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scared scars. Run away, they say. No one will love you as you are, but I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us. For are we glorious when the sharpest words want to cut me down? Gonna send a flood, gonna them out down. I am bruised. I am who I'm meant to be. This is more. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Another round of bullets hits my skin. While fire away, 'cause I won't let the shame sink in. We are bursting through the branches, reaching for the sun. We are warriors. Yeah, that's what we've become. Won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words want to cut me down, gonna send a flood, gonna down them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I am meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. This is me. And I know that I deserve your love. There's nothing I'm not worthy of. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna down them out. Drown them out. This is a brave. I went to best. This is who I meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Whenever the words want to break me down, I'll send a flood to drown them out. I'm gonna send a flood. I'm gonna drown them out. This is me. There you go. I can't sing, but I can read the lyrics. I'll do one more. If it don't go too fast. Another ad. I hate these TikTok ads. Hold on, play in the background and do it. Let's get to the lyrics. I'm coming out. I want the world to know, got to let it show. I'm coming out. I want the world to know, got to let it show. There's a new me coming out, and I just have to live, and I wanna give. I'm completely positive. I think this time around, I am gonna do it like you never knew it. Oh, I'll make it through. The time has come for me to break out of this shell. I have to shout that I am coming out. Yeah, I am coming out. I want the world to know, I got to let it show. I am coming out. I want the world to know, I got to let it show. I am coming out. I want the world to know, I got to let it show. I'm coming out, I'm coming up, coming. I want the world to know, I got to let it show. I've got to show the world all that I wanna be. And all my abilities, there's so much more to me. Somehow I have to make them just understand. I've got it well in hand and oh, how I planned. I'm spreading love, there is no need to fear. And I just feel so good every time I hear. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Got to let it show. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Got to let it show. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. I got to let it show. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. I got to let it show. I'm gonna do one last song real quick. This is the last one I'm gonna do, then we'll get off here. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life is plastic, it's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagination life is your creation. Come on, Barbie girl, let's go, Barbie girl. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life is in plastic, it's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagine life is your creation. I'm a blonde bimbo girl in a fantasy world. Dress me up, make me tight, I'm your dolly. Kiss me here, touch me there, hanky panky. You can touch, you can play, if you say I'm always yours. I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life is fantastic. Life in plastic is fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagination life is your creation. Make me walk, make me talk, do whatever you please. I can act like a star, I can beg on my knees. Come jump in, bimbo friends, let us do it again. Hit the town, fool around, let's go party. You can touch me, you can play. If you say I'm always yours. You can touch, you can play. If you say I'm always yours. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life in plastic is fantastic. You can brush my hair and dress me everywhere. Imagination, life is your creation. I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life in plastic is fantastic. Can brush my hair and dress me everywhere. Imagination, life is your creation. Oh, I'm having so much fun. Well, Barbie, we're just getting started. Oh, I love you, Ken. There you go. Okay, I'm in my live stream now. Cause we're gonna go somewhere else. Somebody else is live, so I'll see everybody later. I can figure out how to end this thing. Oh, they changed the buttons and everything. It's all pitiful. Alright, bye everybody. See you later.